Welcome again to another installment of our Muhammad Mosque number 46 YouTube page. It's kind of like our social media. And what we plan to do going forward in the future is use this page to educate people about Islam, the Nation of Islam, to inform people about what we're doing here in the city of New Orleans and different people around the Nation of Islam. And also sometimes some of this page is going to be to respond to some of the falsehood that is being put out about the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and just our overall mission and what we believe in. But today what we want to talk about, we want to share with you all, we're going to watch this video of some work that not is being done, that has been done here in the city of New Orleans. And we have with us today is our brother Patrick 2X. And brother has helped to transform I guess we call it a city block, like a city block, a square block here in the city of New Orleans, where the mosque pretty much directly and indirectly owns the property. Directly, that's where the mosque sits, and a large portion of it, we have a huge parking lot in the mosque building, sits on the corner. But indirectly, our brother, who's a member of the Nation of Islam, has transformed 80%. I would say about 80% of that part of the block, and he's going to talk about it. So we thank you for being a part of this interview, Brother Pat, and we hope that this video inspires others to do the same, as our Minister Louis Farrakhan has been encouraging us. And I also, quite frankly, want this video to serve as information for those who always be talking about we do too much talking. What are we doing? So here's something that has been done, right? So first, when we get started off, the audience doesn't know you like I know you. So how long have you been registered in the Nation of Islam, and why did you become a registered member?
Peace, family. I've been registered since May 1st, 2010. I've been coming to the mosque since 1993 when I was at Southern University. Someone was listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and it enticed me to want to learn more. So I began coming, but from that time until 2010, I was in many different situations, places, low points in my life. And in 2010, May 1st, is when I actually became an official member of the Nation of Islam. So that's almost 9 years now that I've been registered.
Praise be to Allah. So on last Wednesday, we held a meeting here at the mosque, and people came out. It was titled "Buy the Block," and it was talking about buying real estate and transforming our communities. And you were a participant. Can you talk about, from your vantage point, why such a meeting and such a discussion is needed and important?
Well, from my vantage point, as it relates to owning property and land in the community, I remember when I was at Southern University, my major was political science and pre-law. And in political science, I learned how much politics really affects a whole community, a whole nation. And when you own property in the area, then you dictate what goes on. The stop signs, where they're placed, the speed limit, everything. And if you don't own it, then whoever owns it dictates your movement and how to make you move in whichever manner they would have you to move in. So for me, it's like a major desire of mine for us as black people to own where we live, where we can dictate the politics of our own community. So it starts with the purchasing of property. Of course, in our community, a lot of the property is dilapidated and it needs to be renovated, where it's pleasant. So that's like a starting point. And so to me, that is one of the key ingredients that's needed to change our condition, starting from the community.
And so, and with that, over the last 2 years, you purchased and you renovated and rehabbed these properties. That for those who have you ever been in the city, our mosque sits on a corner, and the street is named a Lost Endowment. But everything to the right of the mosque, on the front part of this city block, it was blighted property. And our brother, he's a contractor as well, real estate investor, uses expertise and his skill to help transform it. Can you tell the people about the condition of these homes prior to you renovating them? And we'll have pictures where you can see him, where he's just not making this up.
Well, these particular pieces of property were, like I said, dilapidated very. I guess that's an understatement when I say dilapidated, because after purchasing the property, we found that not only did it just look bad, but the termites had eaten almost 85% of the studs and rafters and joists, pretty much the whole house. So if you, when you see the pictures, you're gonna see that we had to, at some point, remove almost all of the structure from the house and start basically from the foundation all the way up, renovating the house totally. Like, it's similar to new construction, whereas the only thing that was salvageable was the foundation.
And so, and it was actually, how many properties was it?
Initially, it was 2, and then we added a third to make it a whole square block. That the third one came later on. The third one wasn't in the same condition as the other 2, but the third one solidified the other corner. Like Minister Willie mentioned, the mosque sits on one corner, and at the far end on the other corner, there was another commercial and fourplex building that we later added to the project.
So you all have seen the photos of how the properties looked before they were renovated. So now can you tell them about the work you did to renovate them, how they look now, and we'll show the images, and also, you know, who were some of the people that helped, you know?
Well, the properties, when you see the picture, if you're familiar with New Orleans, they're gonna look like it's somewhere uptown now, because we, in our plan to renovate the property, we said that we weren't gonna shortcut. We were gonna make it look like some of these nicer neighborhoods in the city. That way we would have, when people come and rent the properties, they will be getting top tier rentals, not some subpar living in the name of we own the property. So we use brothers from the mosque. We used a brother actually that came all the way down from Pensacola, Florida, Brother Torres, who's an AC contractor. He came and he installed the ACs in the units. We used one of the brothers here who owns an electrical company, Brother Patrick, and he rewired all of the houses. We used another brother from the city. He's not a registered Muslim, but his name is Brother Jamal. He did all the plumbing in the unit. So we use all of our in-house expertise
Brother
to
Vincent
renovate.
with dumping and all that, Vincent?
Yeah, Brother Vincent is Brother Vincent, he works with me most of the time. He's my get stuff done brother. So he worked with me, and my main thing is walls, flooring, cabinetry, design, colors. So all of that I kind of did in-house personally with my company.
And so you all have seen the pictures, the before and the after, and now we're gonna get ready to close out. Any closing words or advice to any people who are watching this and they want to do similar in their cities?
Yeah, this is a must do in every city, and it's not, don't get it twisted. This is not a Nation of Islam thing. We are at war as black people, and the war is not a war like we've seen in the old traditional manner. We're in a war where if we don't do something for ourselves right now, we're gonna be taken over. And in every city, we have an opportunity where when we look at gentrification and what's taking place, notice that there those who are gentrifying are leaving one area and going to another area. So they're leaving some areas vacant. So the areas that they're leaving, they may consider to be nothing. Like in our city, New Orleans East is one of those areas where they consider it to be nothing at all, of no value. And maybe it isn't right now. But when we come in and we buy and we purchase the property and we renovate the property and then we put what we want in the community for as stores and everything and bring all of our arts and culture to the community, then it becomes something. But it becomes something that we own, that we can control. And this is a good starting point for us. Being that gentrification is taking place, we should always settle on the best part. And the best part is renovating and taking control and owning what people say is nothing.
So we thank you, man, for sharing that. And for you all, we look forward to your feedback and your comments. And we hope that our brother's example inspires you also. Peace.
Peace, family.